Welcome back, everyone, to another trade recap. And let me tell you, LUNR push up exactly like we said it was going to. We are now up 6.56% on this trade, and I only bought one share. Yep, crazy, one share. But I actually am up over $71 or 2.81% trading Sqqq, and we are going to talk about both of these. As you can see over here on the right, $71.14. I was up as much as $90 today, and we got a swift change in the market. And so, yeah, welcome. This is your first time here. I go live every single morning at market open. We trade for about 30 minutes to an hour with our LTE team, which is our learn to earn team. They show up consistently every day, just like I do, in the hopes to learn how to become a more consistently profitable trader. So, guys, this is exactly what I'm here to help with. I hope I can be a catalyst to your success by you learning from my mistakes and also from my successes. We can all learn and grow to be more consistent. Now, I do have a pretty good solid track record. Just recently, we did just pass a 12-day winning streak. That means I had 12 consecutive green days in a row without a single red day. And after about the 8th day, I was like, man, there's going to be a red day. There's going to be a red day. I'm going to get a red day. 12 days later, that 13th day, wouldn't you know it, caught a red day, but it was a very small red day. And we were able to clear the month of March over $200 or 10% in the month for our accounts. And I wanted to showcase that to you because now we are on April 2nd. We're starting a new month, and I want you guys to know that whether we made money last month or last year or yesterday even, it doesn't really matter. What matters is today and also what we can do moving forward tomorrow to be a better investor and make sure that we're locking in those profits and we're doing a good job by making sure we don't give all that money back. So let's see here real quick. Is it this button? Yeah. So we are up $205. I wish the quality was a little better here. $205 or 10% right there, 10%. And this was now in March. And I do showcase this in the Discord, so it's not to brag or anything. It's literally $200. But what's great is it's 10%. And if we can do a good job by profiting 10% every single month, then within a 10-month period, we can double our account size. So if you have a $5,000 account and you can learn how to make a consistent 10% even a month, right? And we aim for 10% a week. So I fell short last month, okay? I fell short. We aim for 10% a week, but we made 10% in the month of March. And so with a $5,000 account, that's $500 in a month. And in 10 months, you'll be able to grow that 5,000 to 10,000. And then that's what you'll be making, $1,000 a month, and of course, compound interest, putting more money in, you can grow the account even more. So nonetheless, finding trades just like this, we call this out on the Sunday night stock talk. LUNR. We called this out saying that I would buy in at around $7.50 to $8. And this is still a buy. Currently, right now, if you're watching this video and it's under $8 and it's above this green line, still showing signs of it going up, it's still technically a buy. So I missed out on this entry. I should have bought more instead of one tracker share to get it started. I should have bought like 10 tracker shares. And at $7.49, it's up 50 cents. That would have been only $5, but it would have been still a 6% profit. Now I'm only up like 50 cents. 100 shares, we'd be up $50. Okay, so huge difference when you start looking at this. But nonetheless, we took this trade at $7.50 to $8 is going to be our buy zone. We're looking to sell LUNR at $9 to $9.50. So we're still going to be holding this a little bit longer, and I could still add some more to it at $8 if I see fit by tomorrow. But we're going to wait and let this kind of play out a little bit more. My stop is at 690. So at 740, if it came down to 690 right here, that's where I'd basically just stop out. So we can actually draw a line right here. Not only is this a recap video, but it's also a helpful video for anyone who's just wanting or just getting started and wants to know how to do this. Okay, so that would be my stop. So if it came below this price, I would have just stopped out and lost like 50 cents or so, okay, on one share. So that's why it's good to have a small position too, because this was showing a downward trend. Now this downward trend, we would not invest in it, but I bought here at this consolidation area, and now it's pushing up. Now this can very easily get rejected and come back down, and it can consolidate a little bit more. Let me showcase that to you. Okay, it can do this. It could basically see how it's like see how it's came down here. Okay, came down, bounced up, came down, bounced up, came down, bounced up. Now if it gets rejected, it can come back down, and it could basically just do this for a while, right? That's consolidation until we start seeing these little breakout movements, and then we get that confirmation to the upside. This is the 3 stages of reversal. We talk a lot about it. I learned it from another YouTuber many years ago, and it seems to stick well with me. So the 3 stages of reversal, we have the rejection period, we have the consolidation period, and then we have that confirmation period. Now the consolidation period doesn't have to be that long. This could have been the consolidation period right here. Now we're going to get like a little retest and then a break, right? Or it can get rejected. Okay, so we're either going to see some consolidation on lunar, or this is going to bounce up. But I'd love to, this is still a valid trade for this setup here. You know, you wanting to buy in at $7, $7.50 would be ideal. You know, $8 is pushing it a little bit, right? But $8 will show confirmation above the moving average, so you can get that $1 to $1.50 move up, right? That's a 20% profit right there. And it could happen in a day or two. It could happen in a week. So nonetheless, that's my swing trade for today. I wanted to showcase that to you. And then I wanted to showcase to you our trade for today, okay? Our real money maker today. If you're still watching, smash the thumbs up for me. I'd appreciate it. And we're going to go over Sqqq. So Sqqq has been pushing up. For all of you who don't know, this is a inversed ETF, and not only that, it's a triple leverage. So whenever QQQ goes down 1%, Sqqq will go up 3%. Okay, I want you guys to know that. So on this chart here, we bought in yesterday. It was a swing trade. We bought at 39.48 in the anticipation that this was actually going to go up. Now I was up about $30. We didn't go live yesterday. I was on a day trip with the family. We had an appointment, and so I was gone majority of the day. Now we did lock in $71.14 for a nice 2.8% on our overall position size, but we failed at locking in profits at the top here, right? We would have locked in about $30. Okay, not a lot, but we would have been safe at this downturn, and it started selling off. Now I should have cut my losses, right? Either sold at this peak, at this red line, or even at this moving average, but I didn't. I continued to hold all the way down to where I believe I was down about, what was it? Was I down 80? I was down like $80 at this point. And I was debating, do I sell? Do I not sell? Do I reduce my position size by half? You know, what do I do on this one? And I'm really thinking about it. And I'm like, okay, well, if it holds support at this support level 37.22, well, then maybe we will stay in this trade. And that's exactly what happened. 32.34 was a strong support from back in March 3rd, March 4th, March 5th, and even February, it was right at 32.31. So I was like, that's interesting. This could be a very valid support, and it could bounce off of this level. And sure enough, what did it do? It bounced off of that level, guys, right there. And that's when I said, okay, I'm going to hold on to this. I'm going to hold on to this swing trade, right? And swinged it and knew that that was valid. I'm sorry, 37.22 is also valid. And 37.22 was right here as well. March 21st, March 18th, there's a lot of consolidation at 37.22 for Sqqq. And sure enough, it bounced right off of 37.22. That is basically where I was going to cut my losses. If it went below 37.22, I was going to cut my losses. It didn't. I held throughout the day as we were traveling. I held, and then it continued to sell off again and get rejected. I'm like, man, this is not looking good. I held even lower than that, 36.96. I believe I was down over $110 at one point. Still held on to this position overnight, making it my largest swing trade of the year, swinging over $2,100, something like that overnight. That's not something I normally do, guys. As you know, I usually like to close my positions every single day, but we're going to try to do this more. When we see that our trade setup is still working, when we see that our trade plan is still working, we want to make sure that we stick to our plan. No matter if we're down or up, our plan says this, let's stick to it. And that's exactly what we did. We were able to benefit. We bought here and we sold here, and we locked in $71 in profits. Now, as this was pushing up this morning, I would have loved to have bought more, but again, because I swing traded pretty much the entire account size minus a few $100s, I didn't feel comfortable buying any more into this, right? So as it pushed up this morning, I let it ride, and I sold at the first sign of a pullback, right? It pulled up to 38.95 and then came all the way back down. I gave it that chance. It dipped below that 9 EMA, and I got a little nervous, and I sold. 38.66. I sold 37 shares. Okay, I sold over $1,300, something like that, $1,100, locking in half of those profits. Again, should have sold the other half right here. The other 30 shares, I should have sold right here at 39.09. Those first two candles, the double top here, and then that huge sign of rejection, I also could have sold at 38.85 when it crossed over the 9 EMA. I also could have sold at 38.50 when it was about to cross over the 45 EMA. Guess where I sold? 38.31. 38.31 is right here. 38.31 is half of this candle. Why did I wait so long? Well, two things. One, I was a little distracted. We were doing our live stream, and this happened within the first 10 minutes of open. Two, I was shuffling around to different other companies. Like I was looking at like Nvidia, and I was looking at Amazon, and I was talking about other different things. And then I looked back. It was down this big candle here. Boom, one solid big candle. Thought it would bounce, didn't. Boom. Put my sell order in. I think I put in at like 38. Did I go market? I think I did market order. 30 shares. By the time I went here, I hit market, pushed it to 30. Boom. It was down even more very quickly. Nonetheless, though, still locking in $71 in profit. Really solid day for the beginning of April. And yeah, all due to a swing trade. And now look at this. As Sqqq, now time of recording, bouncing off of 37.26 again for a possible reversal. Now remember, it is below this moving average, so it can still sell off more. Today is Liberation Day, but within this range trading, the last couple of days, it's went from 465 to 475 basically, right? It went from 464 to 473, back down to 467, back up to 474. I mean, these are huge moves. There's a lot of volatility in the market right now, and I want you guys to understand, make sure that you're locking in profits, okay? Make sure that you are doing your job by locking in profits at those highs and making sure you buy at those lows. Don't get stuck on these big, huge reversals, because it is happening, and we talked about it on Sunday in our Sunday Stock Talk, and I mention it in the Discord all the time, talking about the volatility in the market's going to be insane over the next few months. We're going to get these huge rallies and these like deadly dips, and it's not going to make sense to anyone, but that's the way the market is setting up, okay? I hope you guys enjoyed this recap. I appreciate your time. If you guys want to join us tomorrow for a live stream where you get to watch me trade in and out of positions, get inside my head, inside my thought process behind each trade, definitely do me a favor and join one of our live streams. Do yourself a favor nonetheless, and join one of those live streams. Now, one last thing, guys. I did notice that there are over 60% of you who are not subscribed, and you watch this channel religiously. It only takes one button click to subscribe. and you will not be disappointed. Smash that notification bell while you're down there, and you'll know when I go live every single day. But whatever time the market opens in your time zone, you can know I'll be live with the rest of the LTE team trying to make money and grow this account and teach others how to do the same thing. So appreciate your guys' time. If that sounds interesting, push that first link below. That'll give you access to our free Discord, 100% free lifetime access. Get involved, and we will see you all in tomorrow's live stream. Later, guys.